Flightboss, bitch. I'm on the ball this morning, man. I'm finna tell y'all motherfuckers how to connect mind, body, and soul. And a lot of y'all journeys is a lot longer than other people's journeys. Some people's journeys are a lot shorter than other people's journeys. So I'm gonna shed a little bit of light on the aspect of all journeys, so we can come as one at the end. You know what I'm saying? And once we all one, nigga, we can go anywhere. People don't understand, if the whole world cut off their own perception and all get on the same page at one time, we could go on any planet without no motherfucking astronaut suit, no space suit, nothing. This is how these motherfucking beings do it. The motherfucking reptilians, the greys, the all that shit, etc. This is how they do it. They do it as one, and then when they get to their destination, then they perceive it, and they all spread out and get all the information they need, and then retract and get in their little spaceship again and go to where they need to go to. The motherfuckers, they ain't more powerful than us, but it's just we give them that power. We got that shit too. This Earth is lost, man. Earth gonna be destroyed in a couple of years, man. It already did. This is a whole new Earth. This is a whole new Earth. Whole new Earth. So I'm gonna tell y'all motherfuckers and give y'all aspects of how to connect mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. Okay, first you gotta know. You probably heard that in church and everything. Look, you gotta raise your consciousness. Everything depends on consciousness, and the higher your consciousness is, the better tools you got into knowing when your eyes blogged up or not, and your shock, and knowing how lit your chakras is. You know what I'm saying? But before, that's another video. Right now, we're just gonna talk about mind, body, and soul. You probably heard that in church. You probably heard that from an old person in life. Anything. You probably heard that but you heard it before. Connect the mind. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what it really is. This is what it really is. Your body is your sun sign. Your soul is your rising sign. And your moon is your mind. Your mind, body, and soul. So your body is your sun. Your mind is your moon. Your soul is your rising, your ascendant. So you can do this without knowing your signs. If you really truly know yourself, you can do this, and you know right from wrong as a person. And you can just do whatever you want to do and manifest shit naturally. But for people who need help, or people who just want to know how to act on these things and be at a higher place, because eventually you still gonna have to know it if you want to be at a higher place, whether you know some shit naturally or not. You still gonna have to know your shit if you really want to go where you really want to go. But your sun sign, that's your body. That's what you physically gonna do while you're on Earth. That's the role you play. That's the role you play when you're here. That's the role you chose to play. That's the contract you signed of how you gonna do, how you gonna act. That's the sun. It's the sun, how the sun acts. The sun is the action of the human being. The action of you're two things. You're a human and you're a being. Once you connect that, the only way you can know how to connect those is to understand and connect the mind, body, and soul. And you'll understand you're a human and a being. The human has the mind, body, and soul aspect, and the being has the mind, body, and soul aspect. So on Earth, you're two things. You're a human and you're a being. Human being. So while you're here, you have to experience both aspects. But people like to block out. It's like the mind, the right brain and the left brain. You know what I'm saying? But the positive and the negative, the feminine and the masculine. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you know your shit, it's even better. So your sun sign is the role you play. Your moon sign, the way it's gonna be how you think and feel about the role you play. So it's your react just naturally. The moon is the moon represents reaction. So how you react. So before, when somebody presents something to you, naturally you have to react to what they present to you. So you have to think about how you're going to react. So when you react, you just react. So that's how you think, your moon sign. So when somebody tell you, if you start doing a bunch of shit without thinking, right? You just start doing a bunch of shit, and your mama tell you, he just doing shit without thinking. He just doing shit without thinking. Then you're acting as a caveman. You're acting as just your sun sign. That's what it naturally is. Your mom don't know why she telling you that, but that's the true nature of it. That's the true nature of the sun. If you get into astrology, they'll tell you that. I don't get my information from astrology though, but I get my information from the Pollen Man. He lives up there. He tells me this. These are the attributes of the sun. So if your sun sign is within that constellation, that's what you're going to represent. So if you're doing shit with just acting, you're acting as a caveman. You have to use your brain. That's why we have to have a moon, or it wouldn't be nighttime. It wouldn't be sun. It wouldn't be. That's basic naturality. So your sun and your moon sign. That's basic. That if you know your sun and moon sign, it's so much better. Like if you know you already know your sun sign, you know he was born. But if you know your moon sign, it's just so much better. Everything works the same. So you know what I'm saying? Your moon sign is how you feel and think. So if you acting based upon not thinking, then you're just acting. You're acting on your sun sign, and whatever your sun sign is, that's what you're doing without thinking. And your moon, the moon is here for a reason. So your brain is here for a reason. You got to think about your actions. Think about your action. Because the moon and sun is up there doing the same thing. So your sun and moon sign is within you doing the same thing. That's what you got it for. That's what you got a brain for. That's why that's why it's no excuse. So when niggas in jail, it's no excuse. You was acting based upon not thinking. And that you wasn't using your brain. If somebody tell you you're not using your brain, that's why they said it. You're not being a complete human being. That's why you're in a fucked up situation. So nigga, use all the tools. Use all your tools. So your mind, the moon sign is how you think about the role you play. So if you act it based upon without no action, that's why people who think based upon no action, they're not doing their sun sign no justice. They're based upon whatever they're thinking. So whatever their moon sign is, they live upon that. So you'll see that in bums and all that. A bum can be the most spiritual person in the world, but the reason why he a bum is because he's not using his physical body on earth to do what he's supposed to do. He got the mind for it, but he stayed locked. His mind is telling him to do all kind of things, but he's not forcing the willpower, the action part of it. So he's just reacting to everything. So if somebody kick him, all he can do is react because he's on a curve somewhere, laying sleeping every night, and somebody just spit on him, just walking past, laughing at him. All he can do is react to that. There's no action because he's on the ground. So he's staying in his moon sign. But the moon needs the sun. The same way the sun needs the moon is the same way it's living within you. You know what I'm saying? Your brain needs your body. Your sun sign is your body. Your mind sign is the moon. You need both. So think about your actions. Do it carefully. Now, your rising sign, your ascendant, that's your soul. That's who you are regardless. So your soul is how somebody gonna see you when they first meet you. So regardless of what action or reaction you show them when they start to get to know you, they always gonna remember the first impression because that's just how you shine, period. So whatever your rising sign, that's how people just see you. Once they start getting to know you, yeah, they might not like your ways. They might not like your sun sign and your moon sign ways. They might not like your relationship between your sun and your moon sign. They might not like your actions and the way you react to things. But the way they see you is the way they see you. That's your rising sign. That's your soul. So don't let no astrologer out here tell you it's the other way around. Like your mind is, I just broke it down to you. I broke it down. Don't let them tell you. I don't get my information from them. I don't get my information from no zodiac signs or no 13 signs or no 14, 15. Like my understanding on the 13 sign is, because you got a lot of people out here now who want to teach people. There's nothing wrong with teaching people the 13th sign because that energy is out here now. That 13th energy, but you have to understand, even if you kick this 13th knowledge, that energy is the one that's you're presenting. You're part of that energy. But see, I'm not part of that energy. I'm part of another source. See, but the source I'm from, I'm able to tell you that the path you're going is a positive path. But as soon as they come out with a 14th sign or a 15th sign, you're just going to resonate with that. And then it's in some way, shape, or form, and those are follower contracts. There's a really dark line at the bottom of your contract somewhere that got following on there, and it's like real little. Like, you know how like somebody trying to sell something to you, or you see them commercials that's trying to sell a pill, and then it tell you the side effects real fast at the end. It tell you what the pill could do to you, and then as soon as it get to what happened, it's like the last 3 seconds of the commercial. It'd be like, but this is what it could do to you. You can be sick, you can die, you can do this, you can lose hearing, you can lose your leg, you can lose your eye, you can be paralyzed. Boom, it said real fast. So you don't hear that, you just go get it for what it was good for. That's the same shit. That's the same shit like on the contract. It's a little somewhere. Like, it's tricky, man. You gotta watch everything. Watch everybody. Watch every word you speak. Watch everything. Numbers is powerful. That 13 shit is powerful. But you gotta watch it. The place I'm from is telling me now for me to tell you. So it's positive, don't get me wrong. It's from a higher place. But watch that also. Watch it, because every higher place is aspected by a lower place. It's just the way it goes. So the higher you is, the lower the aspect gonna be. That's how light works. So you have to pay attention. Pay attention to the light source magnetic field, and know where both sides is coming from. And you can understand. So you can understand the whole spectrum. So that's why I'm telling you. I just broke it down to you. Your mind, body, and soul. So when you're in church, and you hate being in church, and you hear the preacher keep saying mind, body, but you're forced to go in church. This is why people like religion so much, or anything, or astrology, or science, or anything. This is from. I'm telling you now. This is from a person out looking in. I'm not in that shit. You got people who's giving real knowledge out on the internet right now who's into astrology. And I look at them from time to time to be like, yeah, they spread positive, but the positive always have negative aspects. But the soul group and the land of fulfillment where I'm from, like my being aspect, I'm from another place. So I'm almost could get down here and tell you from like almost an outside looking in. This is religion, education, astrology. This is all this. In all, I can tell you this. Reason why people like all of these proportions of stuff, because all of these are aspects of true consciousness, the one consciousness. And right now, they're all in war. They're all in war fighting for who can explain consciousness the best. And religion been winning for a long time. But see, like the Illuminati and shit, it's like a pentagram. You got everything is a pyramid. Everything has a beginning. That's why when you argue with each other over religions, it's pointless. You arguing within the bottom of the pyramid. It's like one brick arguing with the other brick, but y'all all found it by the top brick, and that top brick just won. That top brick know what it's doing. Y'all just down here not even understanding. But once you start to understand that top brick up there, you can relax being a bottom brick and someday rise. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get my information from out there. So in all this, look at it like a paragraph. So you got education. You got education in this box, religion in this box, science in this box, astrology in this box, etc. Government. You got all these things going in war, trying to explain the best for consciousness. But I'm here to let y'all know, be careful of all these shits. All these things have positive and negative aspects. And it's not a good or bad thing. Because there could be good and bad in negativity, and there could be good and bad in positivity. So don't look at it like that. That's some three-dimensional shit. Like I told y'all go back and watch my other videos if y'all still on that 3D shit. I live way higher, on a higher level than 3D. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to let y'all know. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This got nothing to do with time. This ain't got nothing to do with what time you got to do this and that and third. This ain't no time in this realm. You can't look at this realm with these eyes. It's a whole different realm. You know what I'm saying? Whole different realm. This is just a suspension of the body. That's my contract. I signed with it. You could never call me an alcoholic because of this knowledge I'm giving you. So when I come around with a bottle, the energy I carry around me is he's the shit. I don't carry no energy around me like he's alcoholic. He's alcoholic. He can't handle his life. I carry around a different kind of energy. So it's like you got to understand your power. Connect mind, body, and soul, man. You know what I'm saying? All all these tools. Use all tools. Don't just get into religion and not understand astrology. Don't just get into astrology and don't understand science. Don't just get into science and don't understand education. It won't work. You got to incorporate all these tools. This is coming from a person that's out looking in, trying to tell all of you. That 13, 12 signs, all that shit is powerful energy. And you got to understand how you use it, no matter if it's positive or negative. They all have aspects to each other. Use them all. Use all tools. So that's how you connect. That's how you connect mind, body, and soul. And once you build on that, you'll come back to my shit and understand a lot more. It'll be like the more you learn, every time you come back to this video, it's like a new video. It'll be something else you seeing. It'll be like the first time watching this video. And that's what life is about. Changing and keep reinventing every day. The Bible, like when the Bible say Genesis to Revelation, that happened every day. That happened to every day. That happened to every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month, every year, every age, every time scale, every infinity. It happens all at the same time. But in that 1 second, there was a Genesis and a Revelation. Within 1 minute, there was a Genesis and a Revelation. And it's in the lifetime of the minute span, there was a Genesis and Revelation it needed to have as a minute by itself. The second, it takes a lot of seconds to get to a minute, but a second life, that's almost like saying you trying to compare a human life to a insect life. You know what I'm saying? But everything works the same. Everything works the same, from larger scale to small scale. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna build on that on some other shit. Flightboss, bitch.